Have you ever felt completely exhausted just trying to get from your car to the front door of the grocery store? Well, a disabled parking placard is an absolute game changer. It's not just a piece of plastic, it's your key to everyday convenience and accessibility right here in Georgia. So let's dive into this explainer and get you step by step ready to claim the access you deserve. If navigating giant parking lots has become a daily struggle due to a disability or maybe even pregnancy complications, you are definitely not alone. This little placard is a vital tool. It literally empowers you to navigate your community with confidence, independence, and a whole lot more ease. Today, we're going to break down the exact steps you need to take to secure one for yourself, completely bypassing the usual headache that comes with government paperwork. We'll take you from wondering if you even qualify to confidently hanging that tag from your rearview mirror. Here's how we're going to break it all down today. 1. Welcome and placard benefits. 2. Eligibility and qualifying conditions. 3. Getting your medical certification. 4. Completing the application process. 5. Rules for proper placard use. And finally, 6. Troubleshooting and final tips. Kicking things off with Section 1, Welcome and Placard Benefits. Let's get crystal clear on exactly what this permit actually is. So the absolute best part about the Georgia placard, it is assigned directly to you as an individual, not to a specific car. This gives you total freedom. You can bring it into a friend's vehicle, hop in a taxi, or use a rental car with zero issues, as long as you are actually in the vehicle, of course. Oh, and the best part? The state issues these standard placards completely free of charge. You're simply utilizing a resource that's literally designed to make your life just a little bit easier. Moving right along to Section 2, Eligibility and Qualifying Conditions. You know, what's really fascinating here is that the qualifying conditions are way more diverse than most people realize. Whether you're dealing with a visible mobility issue, an invisible illness like severe lung disease, or even mobility complications from pregnancy, you might be fully eligible under Georgia law. The state looks at some very specific clinical criteria. For instance, if you physically cannot walk 200 feet without needing to stop and rest, you qualify. But it doesn't stop there. Eligibility also extends to folks with a respiratory volume of less than 1 liter, class 3 or 4 cardiovascular conditions, legal blindness, severe hearing loss, and severe arthritic conditions. So it goes way beyond just needing a wheelchair or a cane. Now, depending on your specific situation, you're going to be issued either a red temporary placard or a blue permanent one. If you're dealing with a temporary injury, recovering from surgery, or facing a pregnancy complication, you'll get the red placard. That one is valid for up to 180 days, and if you need it longer, you do have to submit a completely new application. The blue permanent placard, on the other hand, is valid for 4 full years, and the renewal process, so much easier. You can just swap it out without even needing a new medical certification. And hey, let's bust a quick myth right here. You absolutely do not need to own a vehicle to get a disabled parking placard. The only thing you really need is a Georgia driver's license or an ID card. That's it. So please do not let a lack of vehicle registration stop you from claiming the mobility access you're entitled to when you're riding around with others. Okay, Section 3, Getting your medical certification. This is arguably the most crucial step in the whole entire process. Under Georgia law, a licensed medical professional actually has to certify your specific disability on the official application form. The law literally states that the department issues these permits upon presentation of an affidavit of a licensed doctor. And honestly, this is a good thing. It ensures the program remains secure, prevents fraud, and keeps those accessible spaces open for the people who truly need them. The really good news, you have a huge network of professionals to choose from. Thanks to some recent legislative updates in Georgia, you don't necessarily have to wait months to see a specialist. Your primary care nurse practitioner, a physician assistant, or even your chiropractor can often sign off on that clinical affidavit for you. You can often just get this handled during a routine, everyday visit. All right, let's look at Section 4, Completing the Application Process. Time to tackle the actual paperwork. By just following 5 super straightforward steps, you're going to avoid all of those common mistakes that usually hold up the process. First, download Form MV90. That's the Disabled Person's Parking Affidavit, straight from the Department of Revenue website. You'll fill out Section 1 at the top with your personal details, have your healthcare provider fill out the medical sections, and then grab your Georgia ID. For a process that involves government paperwork, it's honestly incredibly simple once you know the exact steps. Now, here is a really critical tip. While this whole thing is a state program overseen by the Department of Revenue, you actually have to submit your completed MV9D form and your ID directly to your local county tag office. You can do this in person or by mail. A lot of people make the mistake of sending it to the state headquarters, and if you do that, your application is going to be severely delayed. Processing it locally is way faster anyway, so just find your county office and head right there. Next up, Section 5, Rules for Proper Placard Use. Getting the placard is one thing, but knowing the rules of the road is just as important. To protect the program and, let's be real, to avoid steep fines of up to $500, you need to use this placard correctly. When you're parked, it has to hang clearly from your rearview mirror, but the second you put that car in drive, you've got to take it down so it doesn't block your view. And this is the biggest one. The person assigned to the placard absolutely must be in the car when it's used. Lending it to a friend or family member so they can run an errand for you while you stay home, that is actually considered a misdemeanor, so definitely be careful there. All right, we're nearing the home stretch with Section 6, Troubleshooting and Final Tips. Let's hit a couple of rapid-fire questions that beginners always seem to ask. First up, what happens if your placard gets lost or stolen? Listen, don't panic. You don't have to drag yourself all the way back to the doctor for a new certification. You just need to fill out Sections A, B, and F of that same Form MV9D, attach your ID, list your previous placard number, and hand it into your county office for a replacement. Super easy. Another big one, can you use your Georgia placard when you're traveling out of state? The answer is a resounding yes. Your Georgia disabled parking placard is recognized in all other U.S. states, which is fantastic for maintaining your accessibility on the road. Just a quick heads up though, always double-check the local parking rules of the city you're visiting because specific meter rules and time limits can occasionally change from town to town. And that brings us to our conclusion. We've literally covered the entire journey, from figuring out your eligibility to safely displaying that brand new placard. Honestly, the small bit of paperwork required to get this done is absolutely 100% worth the massive positive impact this placard is going to have on your daily life. I really encourage you to start your application today. Don't let a totally manageable administrative hurdle keep you from navigating the world with the ease you deserve. It's time to reclaim your mobility and independence. Before we wrap up, a quick reminder that the information provided in this explainer is intended for informational purposes only. You should always verify the details with the Georgia Department of Revenue or consult a professional for personalized guidance. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. The road to accessibility is a whole lot smoother than it looks on paper. So isn't it time you claimed your rightful space and removed the friction from your daily commute?